Hi guys, I'm Ian. Thanks for tuning in to another video episode on the Forgotten Weapons Library. Today we're breaking a little from our tradition and taking a look at a book that just came out very recently, Paul Barrett's Glock, Rise of the American Gun. This is not a book about the Glock pistol really, it's a book about the Glock business. And from that perspective I found it extremely interesting. This was a sit down and read it cover to cover book for me. Really engaging, really well written. Paul Barrett is not a gun guy. Paul Barrett is a business guy. He's a writer for Business Week, but really did his research very well on this particular work. It covers, obviously there are political aspects in the book and they're covered really surprisingly fairly. And it's really interesting to see how a company like Glock responded to the legal issues in the 1980s, 1990s, things like the assault weapons ban. In fact, it's interesting, one of the anecdotes that's included in here is during the assault weapons ban, Glock obviously knew that things like pre-ban magazines were phenomenally high in value. So they had sales incentives, like they would offer police departments free exchanges of earlier model Glocks for more recent ones. They'd take in these early Gen 1 and Gen 2 Glock pistols along with their magazines, which of course were pre-ban magazines, give the police departments back post-ban law enforcement only mags, and then they'd be able to sell both the used pistols and the now very valuable high capacity pre-ban mags on the civilian market. And they made a ton of money this way. One of the benefits to Glock as a company is that they had a very low production value. Once they really got into full production, they were manufacturing Glock pistols for something like $120 a piece. And when you think about it, if they could exchange a new pistol for an old one that came with 2 pre-ban mags during the assault weapons ban, you can almost, the cost to produce that new pistol is almost covered just by the pre-ban mags that they were getting back. So in some ways, Glock was a very astute company. There are a lot of other interesting stories and anecdotes like that in this book. Talks quite a bit about the decisions that were made. Glock is a fairly secretive company. It's all privately owned, but Paul Barrett was able to find some very interesting information on them, talk to a lot of former employees. And I really think anyone interested in firearms and in firearm, not so much manufacturing, but in the business of guns, would find this as interesting a book as I did. I really enjoyed it. I think you guys would too. You should check it out. Thanks for watching.